Welcome to CryptoCoins, where we review the best coins for you.
Do you like Bitcoin but aren't in love with the transparency? Do you wish that there was a more private alternative? Well, if so, then today's episode is for you. My name is Daniel J. Glenn, also known as the Crypto Keeper, and we're going to discuss Zcash. But before we do, remember, I am not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. Always do your own research. It is the only way to ensure your own financial future. So what is Zcash? Well, that's a great question. Let's talk about it. Zcash is encrypted electronic cash, the first cryptocurrency to develop zero-knowledge encryption for private peer-to-peer payments. Now, the privacy aspect of this, I think, is what sets it apart. So we're going to talk a lot about that because I think it's important. But before we do, Zcash versus ZEC, what is that? Good question. What is the difference? Well, people use these terms interchangeably all the time. Technically, Zcash is the protocol, and ZEC, ZEC, I'm gonna call it ZEC, why not? ZEC is the coin. The Zcash protocol is a set of rules that govern the Zcash blockchain network, a system of connected devices all over the world. You can send ZEC to a friend. Oh, look at that, ZEC, pronounced ZEC, Z-E-K, nailed it. You can send ZEC to a friend, use it to purchase something, exchange it for other kinds of money. So this is really how it all boils down. And as you can see, it trades under ZEC here. It's 485. It's been around since around, I think 2016 or 2018. If you go back to, all you can see, yeah, so it started out at 4,000. Wow, look at that. That's kind of crazy. This is back in 2016, yeah, so I was right. And you can see it was pretty stable for a very long period of time, and it's only in the past, not even year, in the past month where it jumped. It's at about 236, had a huge spike, jumped up to almost, what do we got? What's the peak here? 7 something, 710, 711. Then it goes down to about, so what's now trading at 484. Now I will say that it really took a dive in the cold end of the pool here, because this has been going down since I've been looking at it over the past 24 hours. Not ideal, but I think that I think that this is going to fluctuate like all of these. If you look at the past week, it really kind of trailed off there at the end. But let's really get back to some of the enhancements of this over Bitcoin. The features, let's call them features. Fair and open. Zcash is accessible and available to anyone with an internet connection. Well, that's fantastic. Most cryptocurrency is as well. That doesn't really set it apart. The private. Zcash employs an end-to-end encryption to protect your right to privacy. Now, we're harping on privacy here, but I think it's important because some people are really fervent about their privacy. I know I'm one of those people. I use VPN. Sometimes I use the Tor browser just to check my email or even do a Google search. I don't want people looking in and using cookies and keeping an eye and tracking me. I don't use a lot of apps. I'm just wired like that, right? And some people are also wired like that. I put drapes on my front room so people aren't staring into my living room, seeing what I'm doing in my house. If you're wired like that, you want to look at alternatives like this because there aren't a lot of private markets. Bitcoin, the blockchain transparency has a lot of benefits for sure. But I saw a great analogy where Bitcoin is kind of like if you were to compare it to a dating app where someone could click on your profile and see everyone that you've ever messaged, every single conversation, every letter of every sentence you've ever typed. I don't know that that's super exciting for me. That's more like a bug, not a feature. I don't necessarily want that. I'd like to have a little bit more privacy with what I own and what your financial stake is in something. So if that's you, if you're like me, this is something that you could be into. So let's pop back here. Secret messages, fast low fees, self-funded development, tells you how to use it here. So learning it, there's a lot on this website. So it's z.cash, and you can, check this out, how to use Zcash. They've got something on crypto basics. What's the point? Why is privacy so important? Some like-minded people are going to have this, the same kind of ideas that you might have. So this is a whole page under the Learn section where you can kind of look at everything that's really going on with it, like the advantages, what it's doing here. Let's take a look at their social media. I mean, speaking of privacy, that's the way to not be private, right? Zcash is their handle on X here. Privacy is normal. I like that. I really like that idea because we've been pushing to normalize this idea that everyone's tracing you, everyone knows what you're doing, and they're following you on the internet. Every time you use your phone, every time you take a picture, people can access your cameras and all that. It's a lot. It's really a lot. I'd like to pull the curtains a little bit every now and then. So, here's a good thing. 70 following, 55,000 followers. Joined in November 2017. You can see it's active. The most recent one came out, the most recent, what are they calling these now? Tweets, X's. X marks the spot. Came out 5 hours ago. So they're pretty active. You can see people are using them. They're retweeting. There's lots of engagement here. 1 million views for this by Tyler Winklevoss, one of the Winklevoss twins. Privacy is a precondition for many of our freedoms. It's the point at which government and corporate reach end and our individual freedoms and self-sovereignty begin. As our lives have moved online, privacy has become a rare, vanishing commodity. So this is Cypherpunk. So they, Zcash reposted that because it's in line with their ideas. So I know I'm kind of hitting this hard, but I think this is their unique, what do they call that? The unique advantage, their unfair advantage in the marketplace is what this is. The thought is, is this for you? Is this something that appeals to you? I think you're going to know pretty quickly. Maybe this is the future. I'd love for more privacy to be the future. Not everyone. Could you imagine if everyone had like a camera on every dollar bill that you had in your pocket? That's also assuming that anyone has dollar bills in their pocket. I'm talking to a cryptocurrency group. Of course they don't. So I don't know. We'll see what the future holds. I like parts of this. I don't like that the ZEC is dropping precipitously after a high. So we'll see how it goes. Let's keep an eye on it, and let's talk about it in the comment section. Let's build a community around this. Of course, like, subscribe. Add this to your must-watch list as we move forward. And if you have anything you want to add, let us know about it. Tell us in the comments. So I hope you enjoy this. See if it's for you. Remember, do your own research, secure your own financial future. So until next time, thank you for watching.